Hello everyone, my name is Sage.
And I'm Grace. Welcome to the Journal, Episode 2.
In last week's episode, we introduced some of the work we've been doing here in Centennial College broadcasting program. And today we will continue to surprise you.
Once again, we've put together an interesting selection of short documentaries that will show you something new.
Well, at least we hope so.
Hey, let's be positive. It's time to wake up, make some coffee or tea, and enjoy the show.
Opening. A buoyant start, isn't it?
Yes, and we need to keep it up. Today's program, oddly enough, opens with a photographer.
Really? Photographer?
Why are you so surprised?
What interesting things can you say about a photographer? A man walks around with a camera, taking random shots. I can do that on my phone too.
Well, I guess we'll find out if there's more to it than that.
Мало того, не виспані, хочемо хавати, ми цілий день знімаємо і все тільки починається, того їдемо. Меншик, ти вже готовий? Готовий? Ну то все, поїхали. Всім привіт, мене звати Іван Турчин, серед найбільш відомий як контент, я з України. В загальному я знімаю документалку, це репортажна зйомка, все, що стосується екшену, лайфстайлу, стріту, культури. Але на даний момент ми сьогодні знімаємо для влог, то сьогодні буде комерційний фешн, стрітова зйомка. От, будемо знімати сьогодні на цей фотоапарат. Сьогодні Торонто буде качати по лаксі. На мене? Стосовно фотографії я почав займатися десь років 7-8, мені зараз 26. Це насправді досить цікавий експірієнс, тому що саме мої кадри, всі знають, як вони виглядають приблизно. Вибачайте, ребята, хто їх ще дотепер чекає. В загальному вся суть заключається в тому, передавати своїми фотографіями все, що я відчуваю наразі отут. Тобто ми для вас візуально створюємо максимальну естетику, комфорту, відчуття зйомок, фешену, будь-чого, мистецтва. Ми займаємося розвитком мистецтва і надіємося, наш фотосет, наш бекстейдж вам з радістю всім зайде, тому що я займаюся фотографією більше 16 років і мені здається, я можу з вами багато чим поділитися. Ми зробили не тільки фотосесію для влог, а підготували портфоліо моделі для Fashion Week, який буде відбуватися в квітні в Канаді, в Торонто. Це буде тиждень моди, буде дуже цікаво, буде дуже круто. Так, взяти у групі, прийти. Та, блядь, просто так. Плани на ближайший рік в Канаді. Я думаю, що всі скоро дізнаються, хто такий Вайчен. будемо заряджати і надихати Канаду своєю творчістю, своїм потенціалом, своєю командою. Так що слідкуйте за новинами. Скоро буде досить багато всього цікавого.
All right, I was wrong. This guy's really cool.
Yeah. I hope you're not judging any book by its cover anymore.
I'll do my best.
Well, let's start now because we're moving on.
In the last video, our subject wanted to share his knowledge with us, and in this documentary, we meet a woman who faced her calling in teaching people.
Oh, you found a really interesting way to link the two docs together.
It's my job. Anyways, let's look at the doc. I think it's going to be really interesting.
I left teaching to have my family. No, that's stupid. Stop. My name is Carrie Brown, and I am a mental health counselor. Teaching was not my original career choice. I grew up in Ottawa. My first degree was in English, and I didn't really have a plan as to how to use that, but I did kind of keep ending up in jobs that had to do with working with kids. When I decided to start my career, I thought about going into overseas ministry, and then the opportunity came to move to Toronto, and so I did that. I started applying for jobs in all of the kind of really nice neighborhoods. Couldn't get an interview. The thought occurred to me, I bet there are not a whole bunch of teachers trying to, break the doors down at, Lawrence and Galloway, for example. So I ended up applying for a kindergarten position at St. Margaret's. Got hired there and loved it. Really enjoying working in that neighborhood. I got a chance to work with so many different people from different backgrounds, newcomers to Canada, and gave me a sense of joy working there. So I just really loved it. I left teaching to have my beautiful twin girls. I stayed home with them for a little while. Didn't go back to teaching because I really felt inspired and called by God to not just teach in that neighborhood, but to minister, to have the opportunity to pray with families that I didn't really have when I was teaching. I approached the Salvation Army and I asked them to create a job for me. They actually connected me at the Cedar Brae Community Church. I got a job doing children's outreach. So I was the children's outreach coordinator for about 7 years, and I had the opportunity there to really connect with children and families and use my teaching skills and my parenting skills. There were a lot of times that I had conversations with people who had really experienced a lot of hardship, a lot of trauma in their lives, and needed counseling. I found myself a lot of times saying, I'm not a counselor, but I could talk to you as a mom, or I could talk to you as a teacher, or as a Christian. But eventually I thought, well, why not become a counselor? Maybe this is God saying to me, there's a need for this in this neighborhood. I want you to fill this need. So I applied to do a master's degree in counseling psychology with the intention of using those skills in that community. I was accepted to Yorkville University's master's degree in counseling psychology. Unexpectedly, the job I was doing for the Salvation Army ended, and that left me feeling just really confused. So being unsure what God was going to do with that skill set now. How was God going to use this? At the end of a counseling degree, everyone needs to do 400 hours of placement. I had 2 different opportunities. One was at an agency I didn't really particularly feel that drawn to. The other one was Yonge Street Mission. Although the other organization accepted me first, I kind of held off, hoping to get a yes from Yonge Street Mission, and I did. Got to use, teaching skills and parenting skills, and in a Christian setting, as well as my counseling skills in the kind of neighborhood I felt really called to work in. I'm still working at Yonge Street Mission. At the end of my practicum, I was able to slide into a job there, and so I'm still there full time. What I've learned is, number one, that God puts something unique in all of us that He wants us to do, and when we're doing it, it brings us a lot of joy. Even if it feels like a difficult thing, it's going to bring us great joy, and so we should follow the joy. And by doing that, we'll be in the center of God's will for us. I've learned that God doesn't waste any of our difficult experiences, and use it so that when we're serving Him, it's going to help us serve Him better.
That doc made me feel very spirited. Now, you know what else makes me feel spirited?
Music.
Say hello to our guests.
Nictophilia.
Hello, we are Nictophilia. Enjoy it. Talk to me softly, there's something in your eyes. Don't hang your head in sorrow, and please don't cry. I know how you feel inside, I've been there before. Something is changing inside you, and don't you know? Don't you cry tonight, I still love you, baby. Don't you cry tonight.
Don't you cry tonight, there's a heaven above you, baby.
Don't you cry
tonight. Give me a whisper and give me a sign. Give me a kiss before you tell me goodbye. Don't you take this so hard now, and please don't take it so bad. I'll still be thinking of you and the times we had, baby. Don't you cry tonight. Don't you cry tonight. Don't you cry tonight, there's a heaven above you, baby. And don't you cry tonight.
Please remember that I never lied. Oh, please remember how I felt inside. Now, honey, you gotta make it your own way, but you'll be alright now, sugar. You feel better tomorrow. I'm the morning light now, baby. Don't you cry tonight. Don't you cry tonight. Don't you cry tonight, there's a heaven above you, baby. And don't you cry. Don't you ever cry. Don't you cry tonight. Maybe someday. Don't you cry. Don't you ever cry. Don't you cry tonight.
So, do you have any practical experience? Any practical experience? Any practical experience?
Yeah, I went to Centennial.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Doesn't everybody?
Cut.
As a kid, this beat was always stuck in my head. I would practice it anywhere I could, whenever I could. I was able to bring the beat to life. Here, I found my music.
It's my first day of class and I don't know what to expect.
But I know with every step that I take, it will lead me to something bigger.
And more exciting than what I first expected.
Somewhere where I can apply my creative vision and passion.
To a career that's for me.
Now that's the path I've chosen. What's yours?
No words. That was amazing.
I agree. I wonder where such talent is found.
I can't answer you that question, but as far as holiday planning goes.
Wait, is this a commercial?
Oh, what are you talking about? That's my way of leading up to the next documentary.
Oh, never mind. Messed up.
Don't worry. I just wanted to say that now we'll show a doc about someone who organizes and decorates events.
I'm excited. I've always wanted to know more about people like that.
My name is Shobi and I am 26 years old and I currently run a event planning business called Decoreek. The reason I started Decoreek was back in like 2017. There weren't a lot of event planning businesses, but I saw like a couple people doing it and I had a couple of the material. So I'm like, why can't I just like do it for people? Why can't I just start event planning? So it started with like family events and then eventually I started doing it as a business. In the beginning, like I loved the whole decorating part, like I like how it turned out. But now I like creating TikToks. So I like when I have Decoreek or when I have Decoreek events, I look forward to creating my TikTok because I love watching the time lapse and the process of how the decor turns out. That's my favorite part right now. It does get hard at times, like working a 9 to 5 and then having my other businesses. But I would say keeping myself organized, knowing what I'm doing every day, planning for the week, that really helps me. I have like 3 different agendas which I write down and then I have like online to-do list and all of that. But like sometimes when I have a lot going on, I have to sacrifice something and that's sleep. But the process for booking Decoreek would be you would email us or DM us your details, what day you want to do the event, what kind of decor you want to do, and then someone would reply to you. They would let you know if we can do that decoration, if we're available for the day. After that, if everything is okay with the date, the availability, the setup, then we would move on to the contract where we would send you the contract with all the details. You would sign it and send it back and you would need to pay the 50% deposit. And then we would do a digital drop of the event and we would send that over to the client. They would look over it. If they want any changes, they can let us know and we'll make those changes as well. And then after that, it's the day of the event and we go there and set it up. What I would tell someone that's trying to go for their dream or chasing their goals, I would say just go for it, because at the end of the day, there's always something that will come up. Like you'll always have bills to pay or you'll always like not have time. So it's better to just go for it and just do it in that moment.
Well, Well, now I know who I can go to for organizing the party.
Definitely. But if you need shoes for the party,
What, shoes?
hey, it's not easy to find good quality, beautiful shoes.
I think my kicks are pretty clean.
They're mid at best.
Well, let's go to this doc about that unique shoe store then.
It and it had a couple of the material. So I'm like, why can't I just like do it for people? Why can't I just start an event?
Hi, my name is Jacob Lara. I'm 19 and I own HeatCheck Toronto. HeatCheck Toronto is a sneaker store, streetwear store, vintage store, everything all in one. It's basically your one-stop shop. HeatCheck Toronto started when I was in high school. I think it was around grade 10. And I just started selling shoes and clothing out of my locker. Handed out business cards. I put them in every single locker. Me and my boys, we put them in every single locker. And just started growing my name from high school, through friends, through family, and then slowly blew up.
How's it going, guys? It's Francisco here. My main role for HeatCheck is the floor manager. What that means is I just basically help out customers, fix all the shoe wall, fix the clothing racks, inventory new shoes. I started working for HeatCheck 2 years ago. Over the past 2 years, I've just been buying shoes, helping out with everyone else in the business. You know, we always been a team, and we're all like team players. So we all have a really good connection with each other. Like before, we used to be boys, and now we turned into a business. And I think that's what made our business what it is right now.
We actually opened up the store in August, which was about like 7 months ago. So it's not hasn't been like too long since we've been open. But the early days, I'd say it was like 2 years ago when we were selling shoes at my mom's house, and had a little team. So it was like 3-4 people in and out of my mom's house every single day. So like, all right, we started renting an apartment not too far from here, Midland and Eglinton. And we were out of there for like a year selling shoes, and then we got kicked out of there. So we was like, all right, time to open up a store. So in August we opened up. The process of buying and selling sneakers, it's pretty easy. If you have anything to sell, you could bring it in store. If you want cash for your clothes, for sneakers, you usually just come in, we'll give you offer on the spot, cash on the spot, give you cash. And if you want to buy anything, it's pretty simple. If you want it, we most likely have it, so come in.
Plans is to just grow the business, expand it, get more shoes, get more inventory, and then maybe expand to other locations in malls and just across Canada.
The future for HeatCheck Toronto is obviously to be like global, but I take everything step by step. So the next big thing we want to do is e-commerce, because we're big online for like 3-4 years on Instagram. So right now we're only in-store shopping. Just want to go back to e-commerce. So the goal is to open a warehouse probably by the summertime, and run our e-commerce website out of the warehouse, but also have our in-store here. You can actually find us on Instagram and TikTok, and soon to be YouTube at heatcheck.toronto.
Double checking.
Okay.
Check Toronto.
So, do you have any practical experience? Any practical experience? Any practical experience?
Yeah, I went to Centennial.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Doesn't everybody?
Cut.
As a kid, this beat was always stuck in my head. practice it anywhere I could, whenever I could. I was able to bring the beat to life. Here, I found my music.
It's my first day of class and I don't know what to expect.
But I know with every step that I take, it will lead me to something bigger.
And more exciting than what I first expected.
Somewhere where I can apply my creative vision and passion.
To a career that's for me.
Now that's the path I've chosen. What's yours?
I enjoyed watching all those videos. Didn't you?
Yeah, me too. Now imagine what would happen if all those filmmakers got together and did a project.
It gets even a little scary. What have they prepared for us?
A little documentary called Underpass Park.
Come on, what are we going to be surprised by underneath the bridge?
And maybe it's a troll. But let's find out. Whatever it is, I'm sure it's not going to be boring.
While driving through the downtown area of Toronto, it's very easy to be swamped by the traffic, construction, and natural buzz of this city. But this city has many natural hidden gems hidden within it. So many, you might even miss some. I'm your co-host, Matthew Hine, and this is a hidden gem that many people just drive right past. It's hidden under an overpass on Adelaide Street, Eastern Avenue, and Richmond Street. This is Underpass Park. Now, let's take a walk together and take a look at this skate park and living art installation.
Hi, I'm Fisher Bellington. I'm going to be your co-host on the walk today. The Underpass Park, a public space created by PFS Studio and the Planning Partnership. The underpass was officially opened August 12th by Mayor at the time, Rob Ford. The first phase of the Underpass program consisted of a basketball court, a skate park, a playground, and open community space for events and public programs. This mural is done by Mural Arts Philadelphia. Mural Arts Philadelphia is a program run by the City of Philadelphia that has done many of the art pieces and murals down here in the underpass. The initial phase of the underpass cost the government around $6 million in 2012. The second phase opened up in spring of 2013 and cost the government around $3.5 million. Matt, do you want to explore the rest of the park with them?
Sure thing. What I love most about this place, having been here, is the various variety of artworks we have that kind of make up this underground gem. Like, as we can see all around us, different artists have come together to create the park and art installation that we know today. And I think it's a great symbol of the community coming together in Toronto. Well, thank you for walking with us. We both felt that it was important that we shared this hidden gem with you. As for people who live in Toronto and may not have found it yet, or for people who are new and wanting to see something new. And I have been your co-host, Matthew Hine, and this is Fisher, and thank you for walking with us.
That kind of ate.
It's pretty funny. I agree. I think many of us have fun and actually learned something new about that place.
So now it's time once again to sit back and enjoy the skillful performance of our musicians who came today to the studio.
I'm sure these guys will sink into your heart.
Here's Nictophilia.
When you get over playing the same, you will remember all the danger we came from. Burning like embers, falling tender, longing for the days of no surrender years ago. And will you know? So smoking if you got it, 'cause it's going down. All I ever wanted was you. Never get to heaven, 'cause I don't know how. Let's raise our glass or two to all the things I lost on you. Oh, tell me, are they lost on you? Oh, just that you could cut me loose. Oh, after everything I lost on you, is that lost on you? Oh, is that lost on you? Baby, is that lost on you? Is that lost on you? Wish that I could see the machinations, understand the toll of expectations in your mind. Hold me like you never lost your patience. Tell me that you love me more than hate me all the time. And you're still mine. So smoking if you got 'em, 'cause it's going down. All I ever wanted was you. Let's take a drink of heaven, this can turn around. Let's raise our glass or two to all the things I lost on you. Oh, tell me, are they lost on you? Oh, just that you could cut me loose. Oh, after everything I lost on you, is that lost on you? Oh, is that lost on you? Baby, is that lost on you? Is that lost on you? Let's raise our glass or two to all the things I've lost on you. Oh, tell me, are they lost on you? Oh, just that you could cut me loose. Oh, after everything I lost on you, is that lost on you?
Well, that was pretty exciting. I had a lot of fun, Grace.
I hope our viewers enjoyed the show as well. It's a shame to end it, but we need to say goodbye.
Yes, unfortunately, it's time for us to leave the stage. But this is not the end, dear audience.
See you next Monday at 2 p.m. for the next episode of the Journal.
Bye-bye now.